Maybe this will do the trick. Maybe it'll get me out of a rut. Sometimes it does help. All right, let's try to see if we can liven it up a little bit. Ooh, it's still morning. We made it in the morning. All right, good morning, you guys. It's Jasmine. It's beautiful. Very floral, and it smells a bit like gardenia to me. My name is Jessie. I'm an intuitive reader, and I'm going to tap in to give you guys a collective reading and see what's going on, okay? I'm going to light it again. Just give it a little bit of smoke in here. It's a lot in my face. Okay. All right, so our first card out here is betrayal. So I think some things, I guess that's kind of what's surfacing right now. And okay, trying to put this out. I'm getting it specific to, like, I guess anytime it's betrayal, it's going to be personal. So to you, so it's got to be somebody that you had a tie with, or you had an attachment to in some kind of way. But I'm getting it through family. I don't think we've had details surface at this point. So you can take it that or leave it, or it. It's kind of, it's put you might, because you might be moving through the hurt of it or the density of it. So it's like it's put you in this lack of, like, this discontent, this upset, and this frustration at there's like a lack of communication. You're like pissed off at, like, why don't I have clarity? Like, I really feel that, like, really pissed off at that, like, why am I not getting this communication, in almost like an aggravated kind of way. And yeah, and then there's like Strength and Nine of Pentacles. So it's like, it's but you don't have the answers yet, but you're just gonna have to, like, keep digging deep for keeping yourself in this stability. I'm not getting any kind of frustration from that, because I think that's a given. Like, there's probably just an understanding of that at this point. And I think the more that as things come up, if you are in, like, isolation, I mean, I don't know what other option you have except to speak. So, like, using your voice, speaking out about it. If you're coming from a heart, coming from, like, I'm not trying to be, like, nosy or something, like, you're genuinely wanting to have, or is it because it's also an aspect of you, like, there's some sort of, like, piece of yourself that you're trying to kind of get back. You're trying to put the puzzle pieces together. So, because we had Justice is down here for this voyeurism, because you're like, I'm getting there. I think the frustration too is that you're not wanting to be in stagnancy, because it's like there's the King and Queen of Cups down here, and in between them is this block of, there's like a need for the fire to be stoked again. Like, there's no passion, and that's kind of like putting you, I feel this as well, like, it puts me in this stagnancy. And sometimes I just dwell there, or sometimes it's like information always ends up coming out, but it sort of is like there's a struggle with, like, understanding how to ignite the passion again. I knew there was a couple other notes they were giving me. So like this is giving you, even though like I guess it's difficult right now, this is giving you this ability to tap into your psychic like nature or your psychic gifts more. That came out to me like right away with these two, because they're water, like it's probably, if you have like a water moon, like you probably just didn't have a choice, like you're gonna be psychic or in some kind of way, really really sensitive in that way. So this is the I guess the positive from it, like on the other side of it, like you are going to be able to use your gifts more. It's just like I'm getting like a struggle with processing. That's how I feel too. I feel like I'm like, I need my processor to update, because why is it dragging so much? Like that's sort of what it feels like. So there's something about that in connection with this needing to find your passion, I guess, because to be able to like move that energy. And that's my personal take as well on like depression, because I've been in that space so many times. Like I function on mild depression sometimes, and I've never taken meds for it, never. So I don't see it as like an identity problem. I think it's more of like energy that's gotten stuck, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get it moving again. And then of course, like, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I don't really feel like it's like necessarily, I don't want to say too many things. Grief can be another thing that like, that I think causes depression. I always feel like I gather information when I come back out of it though. So I feel like there's a purpose to it, and it's not just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a personal part of my process at this point, because, like I said, I've never been on medication, and I didn't even really smoke weed very much. So, which I think a lot of people do to like cope with it. All right, let me just see what else is. Yeah, because our sun reverse is down here too. I don't know why. I don't know why it feels like it's stagnant right now. Because then it's like the Three of Wands on the bottom. So, okay, what they're giving me is that it's like there's also this sort of like, um this maybe even like this kind of fragility that you didn't know, like that, like being very sensitive and like, um they were saying something about trust. um I think it's like you are learning to trust. What would the word be for that? Like trust in your own tools. I was trying to think of a better word than tools. Like trust in your own um faculties, I guess, above anything else, any other kind of like noise that's going on. And also like what they're giving too is that like not to like they're really wanting you to take like an observer standpoint about the fluctuations that you have. If you resonate with King and Queen of Cups, it's like an emotional roller coaster like a lot of the time. And like, not, I don't know if everybody experiences that. It's not like that all the time or every day for me, but like it's very high, very low. So like, they're wanting you to normalize this. Essentially, they're wanting you to not look at it so that you can keep opening yourself up to what, like, um, like, the gift of it, essentially, like what you can bring from that. And also to learn how to like protect yourself, I guess, how to protect your boundaries, and like just shifting your perspective, maybe, of like not like making yourself feel bad because you're depressed today, like, or like making yourself feel bad because you're on a really big high or something like that. And then like real like the more that you do that, the more that you'll be able to like recognize your sensitivity in that way, and honor it, instead of like maybe getting caught up in the highs and the lows all the time, or maybe even like wanting to like understanding the transmutation of it, I guess. And like instead of it just being like you're always caught up in this high and low thing, like how can you find that balance, and really see the way that seeing your gift in that way. And like, I don't know, I think it's like a process, because I think it'll be like a step by step thing where you're like understanding that like you have this psychic ability and what you need to do, and like not it's going to be you specifically, because you can't like this is how it's been for me, because like I know I got really crazy about the Bible thing. I actually adore a lot of the stories in the Bible. Like I was just being I was in a very big low at that point. I was very angry. So it's not like I don't think that there's a purpose to the Bible, or that it can be very beautiful and wonderful, but it just personally hasn't helped me. And that's one of the things that I've had to learn, and how to like advocate for myself too, that I'm very sensitive and I want to extract information where I can. And yet, you have to kind of keep becoming that advocate for yourself, because it's a fucking shit show out here most of the time, not all the time, but like, so you just don't know what you're going to come across, or like what's going to like pull you around and that kind of thing. But the more that you can kind of like embrace your psychic ability, the more that you can then kind of like navigate it in a way that you're in control of it. I don't know. I hope this is helping, because this was kind of a crazy, but that psychic part was a big aspect in this, because I kind of think that whatever has happened in your past, or like the upbringing that you had, I kind of am getting this energy of like detachment, where you're like, it kind of is gross and like, what are the words? Like, not scary, but like, yeah, I'm just getting an ick feeling. Like, it's just kind of like, you're like, I don't really want to have to keep looking at this, but at the same time, I do want to understand so that I can help. Like, I want to like digest it and then like bring, something from it. But I don't really want to have to keep, like, I don't really care that much if my parents were like fucked up or whatever. Like, I don't really give a shit anymore about that part of it. It's just that you're like, I do want to keep bringing more understanding, I guess. Yeah, so that was the main emphasis on this, was like protecting and embracing your psychic abilities, so that you don't, mostly just not hating yourself is really what I was getting from it, because I think that alone will start to shift everything to where you're not seeing it as like there's something wrong with you or something. Okay. Yeah, that was mostly it for that one. Okay. All right. I love you guys. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through my email, I think. I'm still trying to figure that part out, because I've been dealing with insane amounts of spamming. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Okay.